Hey guys, in this tutorial I'm going to be showing you how to create a huge exaggerated monster mouth just in time for Halloween. And this video is a collaboration between myself and eBay. We worked together last year bringing you some cool Halloween tutorials, and this year we're bringing you this one. So every product that I use in this video is going to be available on eBay. eBay is a wonderful place for all of your Halloween tricks or treats. It's one of the places that I go to first when I'm looking for something specific. So I do hope you guys enjoy this tutorial, and let's get started. I was inspired to do this makeup by a photo I saw on Pinterest. I will link it below, but basically it's just a huge mouth with all these teeth. And you want to start this tutorial by making your teeth. This process took me roughly about an hour, and I started by sketching out the smile and then placing that paper into a plastic sleeve. I sculpted the teeth out of creative paper clay, which is a very lightweight modeling material, and I like to use this with a little bit of water as well as my sculpting tools. For each tooth, I pinched a bit of the paper clay and molded it into a fang-like shape. And once I was happy with that shape, I placed it onto the smile chart, or the smile map, I suppose you could say. And to give the tooth a little bit more of a three-dimensional shape, I placed a straw underneath the tooth. And you just want to keep repeating that process as you build your smile. At some point your teeth are going to look kind of bumpy. You can fix that. Fret not. All you have to do is use your sculpting tools as well as a paintbrush and water. Water smooths out this clay really well, so it makes it look very smooth and teeth-like or tooth-like. For the bottom teeth, I wanted them to project a little more, so I sculpted them on top of the lid of a container. This is just going to make them project a little bit more out from the chest. These teeth took roughly about a day to dry, 24 hours or so, and once they were dry, I went in with a nail file and began sanding away any edges. You could also use sandpaper. Then I sealed these off with a gloss medium. It acts kind of as a varnish and as a sealant for the teeth. Plus it makes the teeth look shiny. Now the dishes are done and it's time to apply the teeth. So you want to start with clean skin, and I like to use witch hazel to remove any of my skin's excess oils. It can always interfere with glue adhesion. Then I cut out that smile chart that I used previously and traced it onto my face using a white pencil. Again, this is a great guideline and just makes things a little easier for you. Makes life a little easier. To adhere the teeth, I'm going to be using pros-aide. You could also use spirit gum or Telesis depending on your preference. And basically what you do is you apply a layer of the pros-aide to your skin, and then you apply a layer of pros-aide to the tooth, and then you tap the two together until they adhere. At some point you should totally look like a walrus, and that's okay, but you want to keep doing this until you've applied all of the teeth to the top of the smile. This is important, kids. Remember to hydrate. Hydration is key. Now I'm going to fill in this huge gaping mouth hole using the red and the dark red from the Ben Nye Bruise Wheel. It's a cream product, so you want to use a synthetic brush to kind of manipulate it and spread it out into the skin. And don't forget the chin area. Make sure you lift up your teeth and apply that red underneath so it shows through the teeth. Second verse, same as the first. You want to apply the bottom teeth in the same way that you applied the top teeth. The next step for this mouth is to create a little bit of depth. So I'm going to take that darker red that's in the bruise wheel and apply it to the edges of the mouth and also underneath the teeth. Darker colors make areas recede, and that's why we're using the dark red for this. Now it's time to use the Skin Illustrator Onset FX palette, and this is great if you're trying to change the translucency of colors. If you're trying to control a certain color, if you're trying to make it translucent, this is the palette that you want to use. It's an alcohol activated palette, and you just apply washes of the colors. Here I applied red all over the teeth, and then I concentrated more of the red towards the root of the teeth. But as you can see, it goes on almost like a watercolor, and you can make it as translucent as you want, or you can really build up the color intensity as well. As above, so below, you do want to make sure you get those bottom teeth as well. At this point, the real fun begins. We're going to start creating those wax lips that encase the mouth. So what you want to do is put down a layer of pros-aide first, grab your nose and scar wax, this is from Ben Nye, and put a little lotion on your hands. Grab a little of the wax, roll it into a wax snake, and apply it to the top of the mouth to create the lip. Some of the best tools you can use for this are your fingers, as well as metal spatulas to blend this wax down off into your own skin. This is probably the most tedious process of this makeup, kind of sculpting this lip out of wax. So take your time, be very patient, be understanding to the wax, talk to it if you need to, manipulate it into doing what you want it to do. And definitely remember to keep adding that layer of pros-aide under the wax. Anywhere you apply the wax, you're going to want that pros-aide because it's going to give an extra stickiness and it's going to ensure that the wax stays on the skin. Something else that I do want to mention is to not take the wax up the entire sides of the mouth. You want to stop about midway to maybe a third way up the mouth. Because the neck is very mobile, the wax will not stick and it will just peel off. If you're using something else, perhaps like a liquid latex and cotton, you could build this up a little easier. But wax will just melt right off, so don't even bother putting it all the way up the sides of the mouth. Since this is a very bloody, gory mouth, I'm going to break up that skin tone using the red from the FX palette and just stippling that around the exterior and the perimeter of the mouth. To give the mouth even more depth, I took that black from the FX palette and stippled it around the perimeter of the lips. And now, my friends, comes the best part, which is adding the fake blood. Make sure you're wearing a shirt you don't care about in case it drips on there. But yeah, I just added fake blood to kind of the roots of the teeth and underneath the teeth. Anywhere where there's red, I added fake blood. And I also added some dribblings, is that a word? Coming out from the bottom jaw as well. The hashtag of this video is going to be dribblings. Hashtag dribblings. This look wouldn't be quite complete without a bit of blood spatter, so I'm going to show you how to do this. And basically you're going to want a chip brush, and you're going to want to cut the chip brush down to about 1/2 inch long hairs. You want to cut it in an angle. After you've done that, you want to take some of your Skin Illustrator, like, you know, the blood color in the Skin Illustrator palette, put a lot of alcohol in there and let it dilute it. Then you want to stick your brush down into that diluted paint and take a popsicle stick and your brush, and you're going to run the popsicle stick through the brush and let the paint spatter onto the face. This is really hard to explain, so hopefully you can see what I'm doing visually. So that's going to wrap up this scary monster mouth makeup tutorial for Halloween. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed making it for you. And as I previously mentioned, you can find all of the products that I used in this video on eBay, which is a great place for all of your Halloween costume necessities. Thanks again, guys, so much for watching and commenting and rating this video. Your thumbs up mean a lot. Otherwise, happy Halloween, everybody, and I'll see you in my next one. Take care. Bye.